Hollywood area.
I'm an LA native, and I just wanted to give back to the community, and we're here, rain or shine, helping out.
I think giving back is super important. The community of LA is a strong and resilient community, and something I'm proud to be a part of and a recent part of, and seeing everybody out here even in the rain was super inspiring.
It's just necessary to always be helping out the community where you see it fit, picking up the trash on the sides, saying hello to your friendly neighbor. Everyone had beautiful energy. It was just very inviting, so it was nice.
Civic engagement is about being constant and persistent. And so this is an example of what we could be doing every single weekend or every single day in the city. And so hopefully we inspire a lot of folks to be involved in the political process, be involved with their city.
The great thing about Shine LA is community residents coming together, community organizations, our businesses who are all excited and willing and ready to get LA together to welcome the world.
The Los Angeles Police Department has issued a warning about a spate of jewelry thefts with distinct methods. The thieves are using distraction techniques to steal personal jewelry. Take a look.
The Los Angeles Police Department's warning the public about a series of thefts and robberies that share some distinct and concerning commonalities.
So today's press conference was really to bring awareness to distraction, theft from person. This is a type of theft where we have individuals approaching mostly our elderly community who might be out walking a dog or just taking a leisurely walk, trying to show them jewelry and removing their valuable jewelry off of them, leaving behind fake jewelry. We have approximately in excess of 140 reports just in the Los Angeles Police Department that we become aware of, and approximately 86 here in the San Fernando Valley between the 7 divisions that make up what we call Operations Valley Bureau.
Pay attention to your surroundings. Look out for individuals or vehicles that may be following you. Avoid engaging with strangers who approach you in a vehicle or on foot.
So the press conference was, one, to bring awareness and to give some safety tips for our community. We know that men and women are working together. They may approach them in a vehicle and try to have them come over and lean in the car to give them directions, or approach them on the sidewalk and engage them in conversation or in some cases prayer, and get very close to them to where they can touch them. Our elderly population a lot of times might be targeted because they are from a generation of trust and they're in their neighborhood and they feel secure. We're looking for any victims we need to know, because that will help us identify these suspects, but also to keep our community safe.
After city trees were chopped down in an act of vandalism, community groups mobilized. Concerns for residents, business, and the environment propel them to act and quickly secure replacement trees.
Over the weekend, downtown LA suffered from an unconscionable act of vandalism when someone cut down several trees in the public right-of-way. For many of our downtown LA residents, the public right-of-way is their front yard. It is their backyard. So the loss of these trees is personal.
I moved here about 20 years ago under the Live, Work, Play in downtown LA. So I'm very invested here. And like Councilwoman said, this is our backyard. And to have someone come in and try to undo the progress that we have done is just infuriating.
Our downtown LA stakeholders notified us about what was happening in our district, and our city family got quick to work. The Urban Forestry Division quickly cleaned the sites, and the Bureau of Street Services started looking for replacement options, and LAPD caught the perpetrator. But today, I'm pleased to announce that the Bureau of Street Services has committed to replacing the cut down trees. Thanks to the generosity of various community organizations and community members that have reached out, we're replacing the trees 2 to 1.
We really want to thank the residents of downtown LA for being our eyes and ears and letting us know what happened. And we encourage you to continue to do that. Report any kind of tree violations through our My LA 311 service request.
Well, downtown is alive and well. We want you to come downtown. It's very opening, very welcoming, very inclusive. And we're going to continue to advocate, and we're going to have our trees restored so it won't feel like a heat desert. You know, we will have the benefits of having mature trees, and so I'm excited about that. And thank the Councilwoman for that.
In honor of Earth Day, Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez worked with the Office of Community Beautification and the LA City Department of Transportation to enable a cleaner, greener, and safer Pacoima.
Today we're here at Pacoima City Hall celebrating Earth Day because it's incredibly important that we collaborate with our community to help rebuild our tree canopy. We're giving away 100 free trees in partnership with the LA Beautification team.
So today we are here with the City Council office. We're here to give free trees away for those people with homes. They will be able to plant those trees in their yard so they can provide shade for them in the future. We're in a really hot area here. It's the valley. So it gets pretty hot, and obviously these trees will help shade your home and save yourself some electricity.
I did get an amazing pink tree, and from the people that were here helping me out today, they told me that it was a highly recommended tree. So I'm just hoping it blossoms and looks beautiful during the summer.
Hey guys, come get a tree.
Today we're also featuring our new Dash bus, which is going to be put into operation here in Pacoima. What's important about a Dash system is that it's a hyper-local solution for transportation needs that the community desperately needs, because so often our public transit doesn't also meet the locations that are most often frequented by our community members. The stops were informed by the community, and this is a fully electric system. It's affordable, it's clean, and it's hyper-local, and I'm proud that this is going to be the second Dash bus system I've introduced to the district since I've been in office.
We're so excited to be here and offer this amazing resources to the community. We're here with Metro, the Life program, as well as LA Dash. So the Dash has the services right now, especially with the Life program. They give you 90 days unlimited on the bus and 20 free rides every month for life. So the Dash is very good to get it right now, especially because we don't want people driving as many cars right now, especially with everything polluting the air. So it's very good to take the Dash.
It's incredibly important for our community to be part of how we green and maintain our communities. This is not something that the City of Los Angeles will ever be able to accomplish alone, and that's why together we need to exercise how we're going to make our communities greener, cleaner, and safer for all Angelenos.
Appreciating the planet can start at a local park. Council President Marquise Harris Dawson was at Harvard Park to celebrate Earth Day and plant the idea of greater community engagement year-round.
We are here at beautiful Harvard Park to celebrate the Seeds of Unity Festival, which marks Earth Day here in Los Angeles and around the world. This is the second year in a row that Scope has stepped up to sponsor this event. It's a big deal to us. We want organizations to come, populate the park, invite the neighborhood in, do some education, some resources, and a whole lot of fun. And that's what's happening here today at Harvard Park.
The point of coming together in this community is to celebrate our work and our advocacy for environmental justice here in South LA. The reason we do that is because we are disproportionately affected by the environmental injustices that plague this community. The earth is our home, and to the young people, I would just say anything that you can do to clean your home, to advocate for your home, it takes nothing to do so. You can start by cleaning up in your neighborhood. You can start by organizing in your neighborhood. Come down to Scope. Communicate with your City Council President, Marquise Harris Dawson. Let him know what's important to you and how you want to show up here for your community and for your earth.
These events are so important to our public safety. Getting people in the park, doing everyday things, having visibility, connecting with their neighbors, that is really, to me, the root of safety, and that's the public part of public safety. In addition to what we're doing for the environment, in addition to what we're doing for young people, in addition to what we're doing for health with physical activity, and all the resources that are being given out.
The City of Los Angeles Emergency Management Department has opened applications for its 2025 Camp Ready LA program. Now in its third year, the program is for late high school, early college students who are interested in city service and first response or who've been impacted by a disaster. Camp participants will learn practical skills for many types of emergencies over the 4-day program, taking place from July 22nd to July 25th at LA City's Emergency Operations Center. Participants will build connections with other campers and emergency management experts while developing their own community leadership skills. Young Angelenos age 18 to 24 can apply for the 2025 Camp Ready LA program beginning May 1st. For more information, visit emergency.lacity.gov/ReadyLA. The Los Angeles Police Department Commercial Crimes Division announced the arrest of 2 people and the recovery of millions of dollars worth of goods by the Cargo Theft Unit. At storage unit facilities in the San Fernando Valley, detectives recovered over $1.2 million in stolen goods, which included tequila, speakers, clothing, and pet food. A stolen shipment of Bitcoin mining computers, valued at $2.7 million, was recovered at Los Angeles International Airport just as the computers were about to be loaded onto a flight to Hong Kong. The 2 arrests followed an extensive investigation in collaboration with Los Angeles Port Police, Union Pacific Police, and the Los Angeles World Airport Police. For more information, visit lapdonline.org. Los Angeles World Airports, LAWA, has recognized the winners of the 2024 Friendly Flyer Award Program at Van Nuys Airport. The Friendly Flyer Award Program was established in 2012 and is part of Van Nuys Airport's overall outreach and sustainability efforts. Award winners must have no violations of LAWA's noise abatement and curfew regulation and be in observance of the Quieter Nights program, avoiding flights between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. Among the 26 award winners for 2024 are 22 repeat winners and 4 first-time winners, including ATI Jet, MC Group, OKVS, and Ventura Air Services. According to LAWA, the Friendly Flyer Award winners reduced their nighttime jet operations by 21% year over year, benefiting the surrounding communities. For more information, visit lawa.org/news-releases.
Picture this, the historic part of downtown on a Saturday. The streets are crowded with long lines of people and animals too. Dogs, cats, birds, and iguana. It can only be the blessing of the animals.
We are at El Pueblo de Los Angeles on Olvera Street celebrating the blessing of the animals. It's every Saturday right before Easter. It's such a beautiful day for all the families to come together. This is my first time doing this at El Pueblo. I've never seen so many animals, dogs, cats, doves, turtles. It's not only imperative that we take care of our constituents that are human beings, but also our four-legged loved ones and our reptiles too.
This tradition goes back to the early founding of Los Angeles. That's when a lot of the farmers here in and around Los Angeles in the 18th and 19th century would have their cattle blessed by the church, here by the Placita Church. So in the 1930s, the Olvera Street merchants resurrected this tradition, but instead of cattle and cows, now we have our beloved dogs and cats and all the animals that we cherish every day. So this is a free and open event available to everybody of all faiths and backgrounds. But we have the Archbishop of the Catholic Archdiocese that blesses the animals here. And so we have all kinds of animals. We don't really discriminate against any animal. So long as you love that animal and you bring it with you, it deserves a blessing just like everybody else. And usually the animals are always well behaved. You know, I think they know that this is an important holy day for them. So they all are kind of in their Sunday best, well dressed, and they're here to really receive a blessing to hopefully have a good year for them. What's also really touching is that people also bring photos of their deceased animals, and they also bring ashes of their animals. So again, this is as all-inclusive and all-encompassing as possible in celebration of our animal friends.
Today we have represented the zoo. Obviously, lots of animals at the zoo who need blessings. We also have the Department of Animal Services. Animal Services is in charge of assuring safety and helping animals find homes. And we're offering free microchipping today. We saw during the fires that animals can get separated from their families. And without a microchip, we don't know how to get them back because they can't tell us. So it's absolutely critical. People microchip their animals and register the chip so that we know how to reunite you with your family member.
Our Pope Francis says that we remain in hope. Even though there are challenges in our society, hope and unity and the respect for the creation make us to walk forward. We respect this beautiful tradition and we take the opportunity to be in contact with all the families and feel that also that the family have respect for animals.
It's what God says. Jesus loves his little children. And it means, to me, that means my birds. And they get blessed every year. I feel that they have accomplished one of the biggest events of the year, and it's amazing. So if you haven't done it this year, I recommend you come next year and bring all your animals.
Move your feet to a beat that probably comes from the Congo. You might not know that's where it hails from, but you can hear more at Congo Sonic, which is part of the African American Composers Series.
Today we are opening the exhibition Congo Sonic, Bantu Beats Across the Americas. It's our 17th annual African American Composers Series. And this is such an important time to do that. As Black composers get shut down throughout the nation, we are excited to keep featuring African American composers here. This year, we decided to focus on how important the Democratic Republic of Congo and Greater Congo and the Bantu expansion have been to the music that we listen to, we dance to, we feel, and we live with every day in the Americas.
Just try to tell American like African music is no, we don't sing just because we love to sing. All African music is like a story. So when I'm singing something, is some story. I'm just a little bit excited, and I just call all American people who love culture, love know another culture. They can come and it's gonna be okay for everybody.
I've been collecting African and Latin music for about 25 years. I donated some of the album covers and information for today's exhibit, honoring the legacy of African American composers that have been such a huge influence and part of all of the music on these records here and part of the music that I love.
With regards to DJing, I think I like doing it because I like to experience the music with the people. Music has always been a strong influence and important aspect of my life. It keeps me motivated, it keeps me happy, and I like to share that experience with people, and I also like to take people on a journey with the music that I play. You know, I want to be part of this conversation to address the issues that's going on in the Congo and how their music has influenced different types of music throughout the world.
What the country of Congo is giving to America is a lot of roots. Its roots are here, the diaspora of African music, African culture, African art, all of it which is intertwined has become a big part of Latin America, of the United States, and often it's been marginalized. Often it's been erased of that history, and having shows like this and having to be able to connect it to the current music or music in the past century allows folks in our community and abroad to be able to see and make those connections to center the influences that the Congo and Africa and indigenous people from around the world have had in making music today.
While it's small in size, this Westlake Park has substantial outreach. Now that spring is here, the recently renovated Hope and Peace Park hosted a bustling community celebration.
Today we're here in Hope and Peace Park in the Westlake neighborhood having our spring celebration with some of our partners such as Levitt LA and the Love vs. Hate campaign to come give some resources and some good times to our community for the spring and Easter.
So today we are helping Council District 1 with their spring egg hunt event. They went ahead and invited all our local organizations and partnerships to bring this beautiful event to our newly renovated Hope and Peace Park with our new playground. We had an egg hunt, tacos that were graciously sponsored by Healing Urban Barrios. We have LA Commons here doing an arts and crafts project and other community members and organizations.
Pues a ellos les gustó, a mi niño el más pequeñito se divirtió, fue a agarrar huevitos, pues es la primera vez que yo vengo en este evento. Vivo aquí cerca, pero no se había hecho evento como este. Y me gustaría que se hiciera más seguido estos eventos.
We're very fortunate today to have this beautiful weather where families were able to come and enjoy the sunshine, hang out on the grass, picnic with us, and just enjoy our springtime activities.
So Hope and Peace Park is the front yard and backyard for many of our community members. This is one of the densest areas of the county and the city of LA. It's important that we have these opportunities for our families, especially the ones that rely so much on our green space, our publicly owned green space for activities for their families.
In this week's feature story, Carolyn Hull is the general manager of the city's Economic and Workforce Development Department. She tells our Ann Police about job supports, business training, and the matching services the department supplies across the city.
Joining us today, we welcome Carolyn Hull. She is the General Manager of the Economic and Workforce Development Department, or the EWDD. We're so glad to have you with us, Carolyn.
It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Yes, glad to have you. Give us an overview of what the EWDD does.
The Economic and Workforce Development Department develops, delivers, and promotes programs and initiatives that support small businesses, that support youth development. We also have a real estate division that actually activates underutilized land so that we can provide revenue to the general fund. And we have a nationally recognized workforce development division that provides job training. We provide access to capital. We support incubators, because really our goal is to provide the residents with an opportunity to have a sustainable and living wage.
Talk a little bit more about the WorkSource Center. What exactly is that?
The WorkSource Centers, it's like a matching service for job seekers and employers. If you're a job seeker, you can go into one of our 17 WorkSource Centers and you can get assistance with building your resume, get assistance with doing mock interviews, job placement, understanding what training you're going to need, and it's all free. And if you're an employer and you're seeking employees, you can come to the WorkSource Center and talk about the skills that you're looking for. And if that skill set is not easily attainable, we can work with the job seekers and actually subsidize their training.
Let's talk a little bit about the JEDI Zone. First of all, terrific name. So clever. JEDI stands for Jobs and Economic Development Incentive Zone. Correct?
That's right.
That's correct. I had to check my work. What happens what is a JEDI zone? What happens there?
What we found is that so many of our main streets are so vital to what makes LA for all of us. And so many of those main streets and communities need support for their small businesses. So what we did is we looked at communities and areas that were underserved, were challenged with high vacancy rates for their stores, and quite frankly, just needed a refurbishment and revitalization. So instead of looking at the city as a whole, what we did is try to concentrate resources into those areas so that it'd be most impactful.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about the youth and adult job fairs.
We are gearing up for our summer youth employment right now. And during the summer months, those are the big months for when we try to get our youth employed in internships. I would encourage our youth to go to our social media page and to keep posted on the events that we are hosting. This is job fair season. So please stay connected with us on social media.
When someone plans on going to a job fair, especially a young adult who may not have a lot of guidance in their life, should they go prepared to do an interview on the spot?
They should. They should come prepared to be interviewed on the spot. We try to make it as easygoing as possible.
Sure.
So they shouldn't worry about going and buying a suit.
Right.
Just come as you are.
Exactly. I love it. Okay. Any other partnerships and collaborations with EWDD that you guys have over there that you'd like to speak more about?
Well, EWDD is working really closely with the mayor's office to develop strategies around the next 5 years of our workforce system and looking at those industries that are going to be the job generators for the next 20, 25 years. Stay tuned.
You guys are on Instagram, you're on Twitter, you're on LinkedIn. All the information that anybody could need about the services you folks offer over there is there.
Absolutely.
LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks invites you to a nature hike with their urban ecologist through Ken Malloy Harbor Regional Park. Urban ecologist Ryan Kinzel will be guiding participants through the unique habitat of this Harbor City Park. The park's Machado Lake is part of SoCal's natural water habitat and home to over 300 species of migratory birds. Enjoy the sights and sounds of native animals and plants at Ken Malloy Harbor Regional Park. Wear comfortable shoes and bring water for this nature hike with Urban Ecologist on Saturday, May 10th at 8 a.m. Learn more under the Events tab at laparks.org. Saturday, May 10th is Board Game Day at the Downtown Central Library. Bring your favorite board game and connect with community members at this monthly meetup, which welcomes new and experienced players. Don't worry if you don't have a game. Join a gaming group as it forms, or borrow a game from the library's welcome table in the rotunda. Whether you bluff, strategize, or simply want to roll the dice, join LA's public library at the Central Library for Board Game Day on Saturday, May 10th at 12 p.m. Learn more at lapl.org/events. Mother's Day is coming, and Green Meadows Recreation Center presents its Mother's Day Brunch on Saturday, May 10th. LA City's Department of Recreation and Parks and Council member Curran Price are making sure that moms get the honors they deserve at this annual community luncheon. The event will have music, food, entertainment, and an opportunity to celebrate and thank moms and mother figures. The Green Meadows Mother's Day Brunch takes place on Saturday, May 10th, beginning at 10 a.m. For more information, see the calendar at cd9.lacity.gov. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
What does it take to move a mountain that no one wants to climb? When they tell you there's no answer, how do you change the heart and mind? Can you face the road to freedom when the past is in your way? In the darkness of the night, the future may be hard to find, but I believe that there's a day. All it takes
regularly scheduled meeting of the Los Angeles City Council. Today is Friday, the second day of May in the year 2025. Happy May Day, everyone. My name is Marquis Harris Dawson. I serve as president of this council. Public comment will be taken in person in this chamber for this morning's meeting. Mr. Clerk, can we begin our proceedings by calling the roll?
Yes, Mr. President. Blumenfeld, Harris Dawson, Hernandez, Hutt, Jurado, Lee, McOsker, Nazarian, Padilla, Park, Price, Rahman, Rodriguez, Soto Martinez, Yaroslavsky. 11 members present and a quorum, Mr. President.
All right. First order of business.
Approval of the minutes of April 30th, 2025.
Councilmember Jurado moves. Councilmember Park seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
Councilmember Lee moves. Councilmember Hernandez seconds. Can we run through the agenda?
Items 1 and 2 are items noticed for public hearing. The Los Angeles Department of Building and Safety recommends to confirm the liens for items 1 and 2. Items 3 through 11 are items for which public hearings have been held.
All right. Without objection, those items are now before us. Specials, members, do we have any specials around the horseshoe? To the west or east? Mr. Price? Nothing? That's a good day. All right. Seeing Councilmember Padilla.
I'd like to call item 1 special for an amendment being circulated.
Amendments being circulated for item number 1 on behalf of Councilmember Padilla. Any others? All right. Mr. Clerk, which items are available for consideration at this time?
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 3 through 11.
All right, items 3 through 11 are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
14 ayes.
All right.
Mr. President, there's a request to hold item 2 on the desk.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order.
The council may now proceed to presentations.
Thank you so much. All right, we have an exciting morning of presentations today, led off by the recognition of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, led by the one and only Mr. John Lee of the 12th District.
Thank you, Council President. Before we get started, we have a fun little presentation for you. So, Roger, kick it off. What a wonderful way to start off NHPI month. It is an honor to be here with all of you as we come together to celebrate Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Since 1990, the United States has officially recognized the month of May as a time to honor the rich and diverse cultures, traditions, and histories of the AANHPI community. It is a moment not just for celebration, but for reflection, a time to recognize the countless ways this community has shaped our society and contributed to the progress of our nation. From trailblazing entrepreneurs to groundbreaking artists to educators, scientists, and public servants, the AANHPI community continues to play a vital role in every corner of American life. And here in Los Angeles, we see that impact daily in our neighborhoods, our schools, our small businesses, and within our government. Last year, this event was hosted by myself and Councilmember Rahman, and so it brings me great pleasure to see that number grow with the addition of Councilmember Isabel Jurado, and many consider this area part of Asia. I'd like to also recognize Councilman Nazarian as part of the AAPI caucus. As the only Korean American currently serving on the Los Angeles City Council, I carry with me a deep sense of pride and responsibility. I carry not just to my constituents, but to honor the legacy of the people who came before me and paved the way for this moment. Our stories are diverse, but they are united by a common thread: resilience, determination, and a commitment to building a better future for the next generation. Today, we gather to uplift the voices and experience of those in the AANHPI community who continue to inspire and lead by example. And we are fortunate to be joined by some of those exceptional people, leaders who are making meaningful contributions, not just in their fields, but in the lives of others. Let us celebrate their achievements, honor their stories, and reaffirm our commitment to equity, inclusion, and opportunity for all. And with that, please allow me to introduce my colleague from the 14th District, Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Lee. What a wonderful way to kick off Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. This is such a vibrant, joyous, and diverse community, and such a great honor to represent it as the first Filipina elected to City I'm happy to join Councilmember Lee today, who has been leading the way in council and reminds me to smile with those shiny pearly whites every single day, even when it gets hard. And I hope you enjoy today's festivities and continue to live the mission of this year's theme, which is lift as you climb, because we all do better when we work together as a community. Thank you.
So I'd like to introduce Daniel Tarika, from our General Manager of the Cultural Affairs Department. Daniel, we're up here.
Good morning. And let's give another round of applause for those amazing dancers. I'm so honored to be here today to celebrate Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. It's particularly fitting that we're here today since the month of May was initially selected as a way to commemorate the arrival of the first known immigrant from Japan to the United States, which occurred in May of 1843. Today, we celebrate the contributions of Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders across our city and our nation, contributions which are diverse, dynamic, and visionary. But AAPI Month is more than just a celebration. It's an opportunity for us to reflect on Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders and Native Hawaiians' enduring commitment to justice, innovation, and engagement. In recognition of this important month, the Department of Cultural Affairs is proud to present our annual Heritage Month Calendar and Cultural Guide, containing visual art and poetry from the amazing selection of established and emerging Asian American and Pacific Islander artists, as well as many happenings, events, art exhibitions, poetry recitals, and community events. The guide reflects the input of our many collaborators, and I want to express our appreciation of the work of the members of our 2025 Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month Committee, as well as the offices of the Mayor, the Controller, the City Council, and the City Attorney. In these challenging times, Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders continue to be powerful advocates of equity, leading the way for justice today and tomorrow. Today, I have the honor of also introducing you to Wakana Kimura, the cover artist for the city's official 2025 Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month Calendar and Cultural Guide. Born in Japan with roots in both Tokyo and Los Angeles, Ms. Kimura draws on her cross-cultural experiences to create mixed media works that invite conversation and connection. She has created paintings for Buddhist temples in Japan and Little Tokyo and completed a mural for the Robertson Recreation Center. Ms. Kimura was awarded the prestigious City of Los Angeles Individual Master Artist Project Kola IMAP Artist Award in 2023 as well. The artwork she created for the cover of the AAPI Heritage Month Calendar and Cultural Guide encapsulates her inclusive, compelling, and multi-dimensional approach to creativity and identity. Please join me in applauding the artwork and as I invite her to join us up here right now. Ms. Kimura.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Wakana Kimura. It's an honor to have my piece character featured on the cover of the AAPI Heritage Month Calendar and Cultural Guide. Character is a large-scale 9-panel painting that reflects my pursuit of capturing the void, the space between people, culture, and moment, and transforming it into a visible connection. I spent my early life in both Japan and the US, and 20 years ago, I began searching for a right place for my art. When I first came to LA, I was moved by its creative energy and openness. Since then, this city has inspired me to keep building a bridge from my heritage to the future. Thank you very much for the council member and DCA and everyone here today. It's a privilege to celebrate AAPI heritage with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sharika, and thank you for the beautiful piece that you just unveiled here. You know, it brings me great joy to introduce two outstanding honorees selected by Council District 12 for their exceptional contributions to the AA and HPI community. Though they may not reside in my district, their impact resonates far and wide and touches many lives, shapes cultures, and lifts up the voices of the AA and HPI community across our city and even across the globe. Both are visionary leaders whose work speaks to the heart of what this month represents: pride in who we are, the strength in our diversity, and hope for a better future that is shaped by storytelling and empowering our voices and experiences. As a point of order, and because I know we have numerous honorees to recognize, allow me to take a moment to briefly recognize both of them individually, and then I will invite each of them to share some words with this body. I will then present the certificates, and then we'll call Councilmember Jurado up, and then we can have members share words, and then we'll close. My first honoree is Amy Homa, President of the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures and a 2025 A100 honoree. Can we have a round of applause for Amy? Amy has played a critical role in expanding the Academy Museum's presence and its commitment to inclusive storytelling, especially as elevating voices from the AA and HPI community and beyond. I'd like to invite Amy up, say a few words.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Wow, this is such an incredible honor. Thank you to the City of Los Angeles, Councilmember John Lee, Gold House for this incredible recognition. It's so significant to be recognized alongside such inspiring leaders during AAPI Heritage Month, a time where we can all celebrate representation, cultural pride, and community. As someone who is Japanese and Jewish, this moment is deeply personal to me. Growing up, I often found myself searching for stories that reflected who I am and the complexity of my identity, stories that made me feel seen. To now be in a position leading the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, I can help spotlight those stories for others, and that's something I carry with a deep sense of purpose and responsibility. Being part of this celebration during AAPI Heritage Month means the world to me, not just as a museum leader, but as someone whose life has been shaped by the richness of culture and the power of representation. I also have deep family history within the boundaries of Los Angeles. My Japanese grandparents, Grace Fusako Morioka and Tom Shigeru Homa, lived in Pasadena. They were displaced during World War II, my grandmother sent to an internment camp, while my grandfather fought for our country in the 42nd Infantry Division. When he was released with a Purple Heart for getting injured in battle, he was able to get an early release for my grandmother. And despite these devastating challenges, my grandparents instilled in me a sense of purpose to always foster community, uplift others, and help when needed. This sense of purpose drives me today, and as the director and president of the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures, I instill those values into our work. At the Academy Museum, we are dedicated to telling a more inclusive story of cinema, to honor the artists and communities who have shaped cinema in powerful and sometimes overlooked ways. Just this year, we've presented film series highlighting Indian cinema and Chinese language films, and we recently opened an exhibition on the groundbreaking Korean filmmaker Bong Joon-ho. Through all of this work, we aim to celebrate the creativity and global impact of Asian and AAPI filmmakers and to create space for reflection and conversation, a true safe space for all. Thank you so much again for this honor. It's truly humbling. It means a great deal to me and our entire team. And special thanks to the folks who joined me today, my family, my two beautiful daughters, my colleagues, my friends, and my Academy Museum trustee who joined me today. Thank you.
My second honoree today is Shannon Lee, author, producer, and chairperson of the Bruce Lee Foundation. Shannon has been a powerful force in preserving and sharing the teachings and legacy of her father, who is not only an icon in the Asian American community, but an icon in the American community as a whole, her father, Bruce Lee. Her recent book became a New York Times bestseller and continues to inspire new generations around the world. I'd like to invite Shannon Lee to say a few words.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am honored to be here. Thank you to Councilman John Lee, to LA City Council, to Gold House for this recognition. I really just want to say thank you for celebrating and seeing us. I think that there is such a not as much of a profound sense around what it is to celebrate. Celebration is an act of seeing, it's an act of joy, it's an act of inclusion, it's an act of reaching out to something else, to someone else, and saying, yes, I see you. And so I really want us to consider for a moment and feel into that sense of celebration, what it is to celebrate. Now, I am a native Los Angelino. I was born here, and my father had a school here. He raised his family here. He tried to make it in Hollywood here, and he struggled. And you know, I am honored to be in this line and this legacy of representation that is not only here, but is throughout the world. And I am grateful to be able to continue his story through my own story and to make my own story. And I really just want to end, I think, with a quote that my father said, which was when somebody asked him in 1971, do you think of yourself as Asian, or do you Chinese, or do you think of yourself as North American? Not that those two things are separate. And he said, you know how I like to think of myself? As a human being. He said, because under the sky, we're one family. And so this today, to me, is a recognition of that one family. I am grateful for that recognition. I'm grateful to be standing here to continue to try to create a place for stories that are unique and interesting. Everybody wants to hear a different story. We're all out here trying to make our unique mark in the world, and our unique mark is who we are. And that's where it starts. So thank you for this recognition. It's an honor to be here.
To both Amy and Shannon, thank you for your leadership and your vision. You represent the strength and creativity and resilience of the AA and HPI community, and we are honored to recognize you today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come up here.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Lee, and congratulations to the honorees. You know, I have a district that has a lot of Asians in it, me included, Filipinos, Japanese, Korean, Chinese. And one of the things when I found out this was something our office had to do was think about who embodies the same lift as you climb, and who are these unsung heroes in our communities that we want to, you know, give the shine on that otherwise they wouldn't. And so I want to highlight Grant Sunu, who has been an amazing urban planner and community advocate throughout his career. He is currently at Little Tokyo Service Center, a nonprofit organization established in 1979 to provide social services for the Japanese American community. As a director of community building and engagement, Grant leads a team that works with LTSC partners and community members to establish a vision for the neighborhood and works to achieve that vision. Grant, you want to come up?
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to give public comment on agenda item number 4, as well as, oh wait, wrong note, sorry. Thank you, Councilmember Jurado and the rest of the City Council. As a fourth-generation Angelino, who's the son of an LAUSD adult school teacher and LA City employee, my dad, who's sitting right there, is a proud former Bradley staffer, and as somebody who has spent a fair number of hours coming in here and, shall we say, participating in the civic process, it's hard to understate how cool it is to be recognized at this dais. To be honest, I was a bit hesitant to accept this recognition, and I think that there are many others who I feel are more deserving of it, and some of them are here with me today. But I was encouraged by friends and coworkers and my boss to accept it as an affirmation of the work that I've been part of at Little Tokyo Service Center, to build a community that reflects our values and is sustained for future generations, and to create work and to work in solidarity and partnership with other communities of color to fight for and create equity throughout our city. Little Tokyo is a community that has supported me in just about every stage of my life. My great-grandmother was a resident at Little Tokyo Towers, so one of my earliest memories is throwing slippers off of her 15th-story balcony. She got pretty mad at me and yelled at me for that, and it seems as though I've been getting raised and yelled at by elders in this community ever since. So for me to do this work and play a role in building that community, it's a pretty even balance of obligation, honor, and fun. Now, since we're giving people their flowers today, I'd also like to thank my parents who are here for being patient, Cook and Elaine, for being patient and supportive of me, even through the dark teenage years, and showing me by example that community is something precious that only happens through hard work and is always worth fighting for. And speaking of community, shout out to all my coworkers and friends from the Little Tokyo community who showed up today. Don't y'all have some work to be doing? And finally, if you'll indulge me momentarily while I turn this dais into a soapbox, I also want to make an important part while I'm here. Asian American, Pacific Islander, Native Hawaiian communities, along with every other community of color, are under attack right now. We have a president who is actively dismantling our democracy piece by piece. Immigrants are being detained and deported without due process. ICE is sowing terror among immigrants, documented and undocumented alike. Activist voices are being actively silenced. Our social safety net is being cut to shreds. However, all politics are local, and now more than ever, we need strong leadership from our city and partnership with communities to ensure our collective safety and quite literally fight for our existence. Thank you again. I'm honored.
Thank you, Grant, for your wise words and your modesty. That's why we want to force you to celebrate yourself. And next, it is my distinct honor to present you all with Mia Yamamoto. And for me, as an Asian American, as a queer lawyer, Mia's one of the trailblazers in our field, paving the way for many Asian Americans and people like me. Born in Poston concentration camp, when Japanese Americans were unlawfully detained from their homes and their property was seized, Mia grew up seeing firsthand discrimination at the hands of our federal government. Since becoming a lawyer, she has tried over 300 criminal jury trials, 3 death penalty trials, and she's a frequent presenter and lecturer on criminal law topics and is a member of various legal organizations. And I really, Mia is one of the trailblazers in our community, especially when we're taught to, as women, be silent, but often, that's your strong mom who hit you with the slipper and didn't have to say anything. But, have that resilience and the bravery to be who you are, even earlier on. And I learned that later in life, that being who I am was how I could best be. So Mia, without further ado, here you go.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so happy and so honored to be able to represent all the communities that I am a part of. Asian American community, Asian American pride, feminist pride, the female community, which is under fire. And by the way, thank you, Grant Sanu, for saying what I was thinking, what all of you are thinking, but you're not saying it. That we got to fight back. We had an ancestral duty, I think, responsibility to our ancestors. They fought against the Nazis in World War II. Yeah, I was doing time there. My whole community was. But we have to be aware. We have to be woke. We do have to be fighting back. We have to recognize the menace, the fascist menace that's rising. So I want to say on behalf of queer pride, I want to say that on behalf of transgender pride. I am an Asian American transgender woman of color. My family's from Hawaii. I want to talk about Hawaiian pride as well, all of us, every single one of us, because we are all one part of a movement called the Civil Rights Movement. And that movement is under attack right now at the top of our government, coming all the way down, and especially for people like me. But every single one of you has got a stake in the future of this country. If we believe in this country, if we fought for this country, we took an oath. We have to defend our Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And the White House is infected with fascists and Nazis and rising authoritarianism. Yeah, I know I shouldn't be running off like this. I just want to say thank you, Unisys, I love you. Thank you to my sister Isabel, and thank you to Bambi Salcido from the Trans Latino Coalition. Thank you, Rebels. Thank you, the Liberators. Thank you for all you're going to be in the streets, getting the vote out. We need to be a part of this movement to rid ourselves of the tyranny and the fascism that has infected our federal government. This fight begins now. Thank you very much for this award. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Love you.
Okay, we have some members on the queue as well.
Let's get closer, I think.
As soon as they're done with that photo, we'll start with Mr. Price.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, don't go anywhere yet. Mr. Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me thank Councilmember Lee and Geraldo for this wonderful presentation this morning, and congratulations to all the honorees. I want to take a moment and reflect on the strength and diversity that not only defines our city, but the 9th District. This month, when we hold space to appreciate and uplift all the work done by our Asian American and Pacific Islander communities in LA, I take a personal note. My late stepmom, Dee, hailed from Cebu City in the Philippines. But our city is a mosaic of cultures, and the Asian American and Pacific Islander community is a vital thread making that happen. As we celebrate the month, let's also recommit to standing in solidarity against hate, uplifting our shared histories, and investing in the future where every community counts. Thank you, council members. We appreciate it.
Councilmember Hutt, followed by Councilmember Rodriguez.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Thank you, council members Lee and Hurtado, for including me in the AAPI caucus. Since I represent Koreatown, which has the largest amount of Koreans outside of Seoul, I am honestly saying that AANHPI Heritage Month is something that we need to acknowledge. And I want to thank you for bringing these amazing honorees. Congratulations. Did they leave already? Congratulations, honorees. I took a picture of Bruce Lee's daughter and sent it to my brother because we used to watch him when we were young. So this was very exciting. And Mia got me all fired up. I'm ready to go into the budget committees and fight for what we need here. I also want to say Happy Mother's Day to our Korean American community. We're celebrating Mother's Day next week. And thank you so much for reminding me about the contributions that everyone brings to this beautiful city we call Los Angeles. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Rodriguez, followed by Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Thank you, council members Lee and Jurado, for this wonderful presentation. I'd like the honorees to please stand up. You guys aren't done getting your flowers. Each of you in your respective areas have made such immense contributions. And Mia, you really brought church into the council chambers today. But it reminded me of one of my favorite Bruce Lee quotes, because I do have Bruce Lee stickers and quotes in my office. Be like water, my friend. We have to penetrate through the cracks of an environment that is made to keep us contained. And Mia, you reminded us, and I think collectively what we have here today are individuals that reflect how we are breaking through those cracks to make change, each of you in their respective areas, and doing so through the cultural pride that we are so proud to have here in Los Angeles. I want to thank you all for being that representation for all of us, because Shannon, as you said, it's about celebrating all of what we are and embracing that and recognizing that. It's really wonderful to have you all here in chambers today to remind us of all these wonderful contributions that each of us makes. It wasn't by accident, it was by design. And Los Angeles is the city where we can all express those things freely, openly, and with tremendous pride. So with that, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all of your immense contributions in helping to bring the house down this morning, Mia. But again, it's wonderful to have you all here today, and I'm really thankful to live in a city that continues to uplift and celebrate the immense contributions of the diversity of Los Angeles. But thank you each for your individual contributions that you bring to us each and every day. Happy AAPI Heritage Month.
Councilmember Soto Martinez, followed by Councilmember Padilla.
Thanks so much, Mr. President. I just want to thank our two amazing council members for this wonderful presentation, and for the speakers who gave us a shot of adrenaline and giving us so much hope. You know, the AAPI community it's an amazing community in CD13. We have different groups represented, but we take this moment to uplift, reflect, inspire, and keep pushing, because we know people of color have to fight for these spaces. We have to fight for where we are. And so thank you again for all the work that you do, and thank you for this wonderful presentation.
Councilmember Padilla, followed by Councilmember Hernandez.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Lee and Jurado, for this great presentation. You know, I think whenever we do these sort of presentations, the leading council member has to say that it's okay to dance to the rhythm of the presentation. That really was my favorite part, waking us up and really, you know, just letting us know that there's more to our job than just the papers and the budgets and whatnot. So thank you for this great presentation. Every time you have this, it's always important for me to make sure that I give a shout out to my Filipino community, to my Thai community, and to the Japanese community of the Northeast San Fernando Valley. In fact, it was just yesterday that I met with the Filipino Worker Center, who is now in the 6th District. I'm so excited to have them there, because now I actually have a group with which I can work with to do something more. So thank you for this presentation, and happy holiday.
Councilmember Hernandez, followed by Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you so much, colleagues, Councilmember Lee, Councilmember Jurado, for bringing this presentation today. Thank you to the honorees for your decades of dedication, Mia, decades of being on the front line, fighting for justice, fighting for our most marginalized communities. Thank you for always being so brave and for always leading with love and fierceness. But to all of our honorees, thank you for being leaders in your respective areas and representing your communities. Again, what a pleasure it is to see such culture in our city halls and reminding people whose house it is. Thank you again.
Thank you. Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Council President. Since I'm the newest inductee into the API caucus, it was just fitting and appropriate to say a few words as well. So first of all, thank you very much for bringing this forward. But second of all, thank you very much to everything that was said from the podium by the honorees. It is so critical that we never forget our roots, where we come from, the humility, as well as the hard work and the perseverance that it took for all of us to get to where we are, and to be able to make sure we're constantly looking back and keeping the door open for other opportunities. That's where sometimes, unfortunately, there's a disconnect in humanity. We forget to look back, but it's so critically important that all of you pointed out to that, and you all spoke of your own family's or your own backgrounds, and that humility is extremely powerful. And I appreciate that, I applaud that, and to especially relate it to what's going on today, to our immigrant populations, to the very people that have built the fabric of this country. Thank you very much for what you do and continue to do. More power to you.
Okay, back to you to close.
Thank you. In true in true newbie fashion, I have brought disorder to the council process, and I made an error in the programming. Okay, so sorry, Councilmember Lee. I also want to make sure that we honor and introduce Councilmember Rahman, who's at AQMD, but will be at our reception in the forecourt. And I'd like to briefly recognize Council District 4's honorees, Mina Kimes, Bhuvan Bajaj, and Katie Chin. I'll do really quick. Mina Kimes is an award-winning journalist, NFL analyst, senior writer, podcast host, and television contributor for ESPN, as well as the color commentator for local television broadcasts of the LA Rams preseason games. Bhuvan Bajaj is a senior transportation engineer for the City of Los Angeles Department of Transportation, overseeing the city's Hollywood, Wilshire District, and Central District engineering offices, which cover approximately 1/3 of the city of LA. And Katie Chin needs no introduction in this council. She is an award-winning cookbook author, caterer, playwright, and culinary ambassador to the National Pediatric Cancer Foundation. And she serves as the co-chair of Mayor Karen Bass's AAPI LA Task Force. And we are proud to recognize her for her work to build bridges between the culinary world, entertainment, and philanthropy. Thank you so much.
Councilmember Rahman wants to present each of you with your certificate herself out in the forecourt later on. I hope everyone joins us. We are having a celebration of Asian culture. There'll be food and entertainment in the forecourt. Everyone in the building is invited. Doors open, I believe, at 11:30. Entertainment starts at 12, and I hope to see you all there. But I want to say a special thank you to Katie Chin for always being that person every single year to provide all the food for us. Round of applause for all the wonderful food we eat every year.
I just wanted to also give a big shout out to my Walkstar catering team over there.
Thank you, council members, for letting Councilmember Jurado and I talk about AA and HPI community. And we hope everyone just say thank you to the honorees who have done so much for our communities and so much for the city of Los Angeles. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. Wonderful presentation. Next, we're going to have another presentation. This one is going to be led by Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, and it's a May Day presentation.
Oh, wait, we need one with both of you.
So if we could quietly transition.
So there's the big one, and then we got this one. Can you put those up here?
Councilmember, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Just waiting for my colleague, Councilwoman Hernandez, a few of our speakers. Wait for Hernandez. Eunices. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Council President. We are here today to celebrate May Day in the city of Los Angeles. Because every year on May 1st, people around the world come together to celebrate International Workers' Day. This is a celebration that was inspired by the Haymarket Affair of Chicago in 1886, and the socialist struggle for workers' rights. And it is a day when we recognize those struggles and the victories of working people across the world who make our society run. But here in Los Angeles, May Day has taken on its own special meaning. One of the first big May Day events was in the year 2000, when Chirla, the Garment Workers Center, the Filipino Workers Center, EDEPSCA, and the Korean Immigrant Workers Alliance and others came together in a beautiful coalition to uplift immigrants and working people. And on May in 2006, hundreds of thousands of Angelenos took to the streets to protest draconian immigration laws being proposed at the federal level. Sound familiar? For what would be known as the Day Without an Immigrant. Since then, here in Los Angeles, we've also marched for Black lives, LGBTQIA+ equality, and so much more. The impacts of these protests are still being felt to this day with the incredible diversity and power of these movements, which is shown here today by workers and advocates that are standing right beside me. But once again, our trans, immigrant, and working class communities are under attack, this time by a president that refuses to see our humanity. But we know that the best way to make someone see us is to rise up together in solidarity with our collective voice to make sure that they have no option but to listen to us. That's why yesterday on May 1st, we joined labor groups, immigrant rights groups, LGBTQIA+ leaders to demand an end to the inhumanity coming out of the federal government. May Day is important, but the fight doesn't end there. We have to keep organizing until every single worker in this city has a living wage, safe working conditions, respect on the job, and most importantly, the ability to provide for their children and their loved ones. Because at the core of what we do is us fighting for the people that we love, and that's why we protest. So now, without further ado, I'm proud to introduce my colleague from the 1st District, Councilmember Eunices Hernandez.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Councilmember Soto Martinez, for bringing us together for this timely conversation. May Day matters to me as the daughter of immigrant parents. I remember the historic 2006 marches in LA and nationwide against bigotry and anti-immigrant legislation. There was a sea of white shirts on Broadway as far as anyone could see, and young people were getting involved in advocacy for the first time. Flash forward 19 years, we have an administration determined to repeat history. Politicians are weaponizing hatred and phobias to dehumanize our mothers because of where they were born, our neighbors because of the religion they practice, and our friends because of who they love. White supremacists in power see what we're doing. We see what they're trying to do. You're trying to pit us against each other by race baiting, by fear mongering, by silencing activists, and disappearing our siblings. All of us stand here today. We know better. We will not be divided. We know our collective power, and we know how to organize within a system not intended for people who look like and think like and love like us. We are standing shoulder to shoulder in chambers, in the streets, and across Black, brown, trans, immigrant, and working class communities, because an attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. To anyone feeling on the fence about standing up against hate and holding corporations accountable, remember that hate cannot overshadow our love. Remember that greed cannot separate us from our labor, and no fascist can weaken our struggle for liberation. I stand with you emboldened, and I urge you to stand your ground. Los Angeles is a sanctuary city. We protect our trans siblings, and there's a line you don't cross. Am I right, labor unions? Am I right, community?
Right.
Let May Day be a reminder that rights are not given, they are fought for. Every protection we have today was demanded by people who risked everything. So we will fight with all of our might, because when we fight, we win. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce one of my sheroes, a phenomenal person here in the city of LA, an icon, Bambi Salcedo, President and CEO of the Trans Latina Coalition.
Gracias a Dios y gracias a la vida, gracias a la tierra en la cual estamos aquí hoy en día, por la oportunidad de estar aquí. Greetings, council members. Thank you so much, Council Member Hernandez. Thank you so much, Council Member Soto Martinez, for including us, and to be part of this amazing celebration. Some of you may not know, I landed in LA in 1987 when I started my transition. At that time, there was no support or services for any of us. After, I am also a survivor of the immigration detention. I was brutally attacked in immigration detention to the point to where I had to be transported to an outside hospital. And that is why the Trans-Latino Coalition started. The Trans-Latino Coalition has been in existence since 2009, specifically to support and uplift the livelihood of trans, gender-expansive, and intersex communities. We are now the biggest trans-led organization in the United States. And although we have done a lot of great work, and I want to acknowledge all of the amazing, incredible, courageous, transgender, expansive, and intersex people who work at our organization. There's about 74 of us working at our organization. And we have done a lot of great work in the immigration movement. I myself have been involved in the immigration movement for, 25 years probably. And there has been a lot of great work that has happened. But there's still a lot of work that needs to happen. Trans immigrants continue to be at the bottom of the totem pole. And right now we have an opportunity to not just stand against a government that continues to oppress us and keep us in the margins. We have an opportunity to invest in the livelihood of trans people. And that's why we have been working with all of you to make sure that there's resources and support for our community through the TGIWE initiative that we're trying to pass. And so I am asking you to really take a stand into making sure that that actually happens. We're only asking for $3 million. And I know that the rhetoric is been that there's a budget deficit, but there's always budget deficits. And $3 million es como quitarle un pelo a un gato. I mean, and in English, it will not even translate the same. But I want for you to please understand what needs to happen and understand how we are going to be able to support our community. Our community is literally being killed. Just a little over a month, Linda Becerra Moran was brutally killed by LAPD. Just a couple of weeks ago, Sabrina Jimenez was brutally assaulted and attacked right by MacArthur Park. And so these are issues that continue to happen. And the only way that we can resolve this issue, it really is to ensure that our community is supported with the services and support that they will need. And so I want to invite you to please do that. Additionally, I want to let you all know that the Trans-Latino Coalition is organizing the Walk for Humanity, and that is going to take place in Councilmember Soto Martinez's district. And it's going to lead to the new building that we are going to have. And so I want for all of you to be part of the historic moment that we are living. There's nothing like this happening anywhere in the United States. The Trans-Latino Coalition is the vision of the possibilities of our community. And I want to invite you to be part of that. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. Thank you for this honor. Thank you for la lucha que seguimos luchando. And let's do this. Thank you.
Muchas gracias, Bambi. Thank you so much, Bambi, for your fierce advocacy, and looking forward to having your home in CD13. Now, please join me in welcoming Evelyn Cedeno Naik, Directing Attorney with the Esperanza Immigrant Rights Project.
I apologize in advance for my voice. My child sickened me. Good morning. I would like to thank council members Hugo Soto Martinez and Inisis Hernandez for hosting this important event and recognizing the work that Esperanza Immigrant Rights Project does with the immigrant communities here in Los Angeles. We are also honored to be standing alongside such amazing organizations, Trans-Latina Coalition and the National Union of Health Workers. For nearly 20 years, we at Esperanza have fought to ensure that those facing removal from the United States do not stand alone. And in doing so, we have had the absolute pleasure of empowering individuals to tell their stories and seek sanctuary in our communities. Sadly, this year, we have seen some truly devastating attacks against all of those that we serve and the organizations that serve them. No one has been spared, not families, not children, no one. And as we see more and more harm being intentionally inflicted on our fellow Angelenos, we must stand united in the fight for justice. And through our work, remind everyone of what truly connects us all, our humanity and our stories. Thank you once again for this honor, and may we all be able to continue the important missions for which we stand here today, supporting and inspiring one another along the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Evelyn. And next up, I'd like to bring up Sophia, a member of a union that I really appreciate and respect because we've worked together. With my previous employer, we used to work together many times, been to many of their picket lines, know that a lot of the very militant organizers, great organizers. So please join me in welcoming Sofia Mendoza, President of the National Union of Healthcare Workers, also known as NUHW.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sofia Mendoza. I'm the president of the National Union of Healthcare Workers. I want to thank you, Councilmember Ulises Hernandez and Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez for hosting us here and for supporting our mental health professionals at Kaiser Permanente who are now on day 194 of an open-ended strike to win better mental health care for Kaiser patients. On behalf of our members, it's an honor to stand here with the Esperanza Immigrant Rights Project and the Trans-Latina Coalition, two heroic organizations that are fighting every day to protect the people who are facing the worst attacks by the current administration. Our country is a very different place than it was on October 21st, when our 2,400 Kaiser Permanente mental health therapists, psychiatric nurses, social workers, and psychologists went on strike here in Southern California. After more than 6 months of walking strike lines with fellow workers, Kaiser patients, and advocates for mental health parity, our members have gained an understanding about how their fight for mental health justice is deeply connected to our broader fight for justice, equality, and human dignity. Our members aren't only united in winning a contract that treats them as equals in the Kaiser system and treats mental health care as equal to medical care. They are more united than ever in fighting to stop the immoral and illegal actions initiated by the Trump administration that violates our rights as workers and as free people. Our strike won't go on forever, but our members are ready to fight as long as it takes to defeat the unholy alliance of corporate and political power that is seeking to take away our fundamental rights and our freedoms. Just like our fight for mental health justice, this is going to be a long and hard fight. But if you marched with us yesterday on May Day, you know we are going to win it. We're going to take our country back from the billionaires and the authoritarians and finally win justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sophia, and thanks everyone for being here. If there's any members on the queue, we can do that now.
Wonderful. I will start with Councilwoman Hutt.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. I want to thank Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, Councilmember Inisis Hernandez for reminding us about what solidarity looks like. In this case, we have trans, we have labor workers, and we have immigrants working together to make our city better. And that's what May Day is about. It's about solidarity, and you've demonstrated it here today. Thank you so much for reminding us of our work and the hard work that you're doing. Thank you.
Next, Councilwoman Rodriguez, followed by Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Councilmembers Soto Martinez and Hernandez. It's good to see so many friends, and I want to thank you all for being here and being in that fight. You know, the example that we see every May Day is the diversity of every community that is under siege. And it doesn't matter. And when there's no one that is spared, that's the sad part. You know, you were talking about immigrant rights. We're looking at a time, we're living in a time where citizens' rights are being redacted. This is incomprehensible. It's just, we are living in such incredible times. Never in my life did I ever conceive that we would be so far back from where we were, from so much of what our families had fought for generations. But yet here we are again. But the example of solidarity that is exhibited every May Day continues to bring rise to the hope of what we can overcome. And we've done it before, and sure as hell we're going to do it again. I want to thank you all for being in that fight. I know there were, the amount of young people that were out there, young people whose voices are often dismissed, clearly underrepresented often, were empowered and uplifted in that space yesterday. I hope it continues in every space, not performatively, but by action. And I want to thank you all for being so inclusive of all of those voices that need to be represented in this. Bambi, you've always been at the forefront, you've been at the tip of that spear forever. Really grateful to have you here, my friend. But thank you all for your contributions, for being here today. And thank you for this important presentation that we need to recognize these efforts that don't just exist on May Day, we show up for every day. Thank you all so much for your efforts and your work.
All right, Councilmember Price, followed by Councilmember Jurado.
Thank you, Mr. President. Councilmembers Soto Martinez and Hernandez, thank you for this very moving presentation. It was an honor to join you yesterday, Hugo, and along with thousands of others, hundreds of thousands of others, hardworking individuals who make our city strong and resilient, as evidenced by the participation from street vendors to day laborers, healthcare aides, and hospitality workers. Their dedication to their work and to our city is essential to the health of our communities. May Day is a reminder that we must advocate, we must fight, we must strive for equity and justice in our workforce. The moment is a call to action to continue the fight for fair wages, safe working conditions, and the right to organize. Again, we thank you, Councilmembers Martinez and Hernandez. We stand in solidarity with you in this fight for proper representation and treatment for all of our workforce. Happy May Day.
Councilmember Jurado, followed by Councilmember Padilla.
Thank you so much, Councilmembers Soto Martinez and Hernandez, for recognizing the intersectionality of the labor struggle between trans, queer, workers' rights, women's rights, and worker rights. And so I appreciate your leadership on this and highlighting our fight against fascism and continuing to fight that at the national level and locally. So thank you for your leadership.
Councilmember Padilla.
Just really quickly, I just also do want to thank you for bringing this presentation, Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez, and just kind of mimic what everybody has already been saying, the intersectionality of the workers and the story of May Day. But, as I was watching the crowds yesterday, and also just, following everything that's happening in the news, I actually literally have to stop myself now from watching the news to keep myself from getting so angry. Because like Ms. Rodriguez said, I think we're seeing things that we never thought we were going to see in our lifetimes. But what I just kind of want to remind everyone is In our city, we've always done better when we think about the workers, when we remind that it's the workers that built up our city. So along those lines, one of the things that I just kind of want to put out there that I'm starting to catch and I want to jab and just elevate, bring it to the microphone is, we're finally at a point where throughout the entire country, multiple levels of economic spaces, people of different socioeconomic backgrounds are saying something that I never thought I was going to hear before, which is that we're finally hearing people say, it's time to tax the rich. It's time to tax the rich, because if we don't start to tax the rich, we're going to continue to have conversations like in places like the city of Los Angeles. Where is the money? Where is the money? Where are the dollars so that we can legitimately continue to grow our metropolises, our cities, expand our businesses, continue to build jobs? It's time. It's time for the bottom to really put pressure on the very, very, very top. This notion of the 1% was just an expression once upon a time, but now we're really, really feeling it. And we're feeling it because we're hitting a point where people can't eat. And when people can't eat, that's when everybody really gets mobilized. So I really hope that together, as nonprofits, as community groups, as labor, we realize that that really is the next thing, the next message. So thank you again, and let's keep fighting.
And we'll send it back to you, Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Yes, thank you so much. Just in conclusion, to the wealth hoarders, the capitalists, those that try to divide us, the fascists, the corporation, this is what solidarity looks like. And so without further ado, I'd like to present these certificates to all our honorees today. And thank you so much for all your comments.
Okay, as they're taking their pictures, we'll transition. Councilmember Rodriguez has a presentation next, honoring Maggie Cervantes. So if you guys can make your way, and we'll transition at the podium after these pictures.
Everyone can come up. We can just crowd right here.
You guys want to go through the crowd?
All right, Councilwoman Rodriguez, welcome. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Colleagues, I am delighted. I have to say, this presentation, I think, is what, a year and a half in the making?
I think so.
Yeah. This woman is one of the hardest people to celebrate. Because she is so, colleagues, I am absolutely thrilled to be celebrating and recognizing someone that has, frankly, been a transformational change maker here in the city of Los Angeles for decades, Maggie Cervantes from New Economic Development. I'm not joking when I'm telling you it took a year and a half to make this thing happen. Because if anybody has ever had the privilege of working with New Economics for Women, and this goes back to the early inception when I worked with Mike Hernandez, remembering when you guys were some of the initial housing developments and works that you all did. Maggie has always been the behind the scenes, quietly getting things done, a quiet and unstoppable force. And what you have built is really remarkable. I remember when you guys went into CD3 and started the work in Canoga Park. And going back to when I was working for Mayor Reardon, you have incubated from a small inception to culturally changing what economic development looks like, making it culturally relevant and helpful for so many families. So often we see individuals that are served by programs. New Economics for Women has done a remarkable job in ensuring that the whole family's needs are met. And they've done it with intentionality. And it's no surprise, because when you see how Maggie works, and of course, incredible team of individuals, everyone that is here represented from New, it's no surprise the amount of success that they've had. And of course, B. Stotzer, everybody that is here as part of this team has been remarkable. And it's an incredible legacy. So I'm proud to recognize Maggie, even though I had to drag her here. So I'm gonna go back with a little bit of her story, because it begins in East LA, where her deep connection to community and commitment to economic justice really took root. What began as a local effort grew into a lifelong mission to expand opportunity and build long-term support systems for so many that are often left behind. It was in 1992 that Maggie took the reins at New Economics for Women, which at the time was just getting off the ground with a $75,000 grant. And it was through her leadership, her determination, and care for families that she turned that seed into a $300 million community development organization. Come on. Under her guidance, New Economics for Women built over 1,700 units of affordable housing, launched family-based financial literacy programs, created safe, stable environments like Posada for young mothers starting out on their own. She also co-founded two charter schools that today serve hundreds of students through a bilingual arts and science curriculum, and helped deliver public health outreach in indigenous languages during the pandemic. Maggie's approach has always been rooted in listening, adapting, and creating programs that reflect the needs and values of the people that she serves. And even as she steps into her new role as strategic advisor, let's be honest, she's never going to retire. Maggie continues to shape the future of New Economics for Women and the next generation of Latina leaders who will carry this work forward. And again, it's no surprise, I keep beating this drum, but it's no surprise that, I remember how impactful it was when I first saw all the work that New Economics for Women was doing back when I started in 1994 working for Mike. It was these powerhouse women in a space where women historically have never been seen, especially Latinas. And they were doing it in our own neighborhoods. And it was powerful to see what you were doing, to have the understanding and the complexities of the financial systems and how to navigate these things to actually make economic development work, to create the systems where so often our families have the gaps and have no place to seek assistance for. When government failed to provide those safety nets, you created the first safety net. And it was really powerful. And it's something that I'm so deeply proud to be able to honor and celebrate you today, because you deserve it, Maggie. No one has worked, I've always been an admirer of your work, of your quiet, steadfast nature that found a way to take care of our community. You're a remarkable treasure for our city and for our community. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our honoree today, Maggie Cervantes.
Well, thank you so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez and esteemed council members, for this acknowledgement. It truly means the world to me. So some of you may not know that I actually started my career at the City of Los Angeles working for DWP and the CAO's office, which I've been in this horseshoe before. Those early experiences helped me develop a solid foundation of leadership, which has been invaluable in my work at New Economics for Women. But beyond the positions, the titles, or the years of service, my true passion, as Councilwoman Rodriguez has said, is to uplift and empower under-resourced women and families, especially Latinas and other minority women in our communities. And through the years, we've had the privilege, of touching so many lives, thousands of families, helping them navigate the path to economic mobility, which a lot of times, oh, that's something over here we don't understand. But for you, that was our central piece. That was our central focus and purpose, helping navigate millions of families through affordable housing, assisting women start their first business, and helping families navigate buying their first home. And what does this all mean? These are pathways to generational wealth. And nothing could be more rewarding. And I know that because of those tools, the knowledge, and the support that we have provided, those families are going to navigate and survive this disruptive time period in our lives and in their families, because we gave them the tools to understand how to create options and how to create a thriving family economic mobility pathway. And today, I am so grateful to share this moment with the new staff that's behind me. And we're just not a nonprofit. We're more strategic. We're business-like in that sense that we have created several limited partnerships, LLCs. So in addition, we have New Academy, which is our nonprofit charter school, because we're addressing the educational gaps in our communities. We also have New Capital, which is our property management and real estate development arm as well, and NCI, which is our lending arm. And so we're strategic. We may be quiet, but we're strategic in knowing how to put those structures together to impact and design them in a way that really has a severe impact for the families that we serve. And this could not have been done without the leadership of our board of directors, especially B. Stotzer, our founding board member. B, you've touched so many countless lives, including mine. I will forever be grateful for everything you've done for me and the women and families we serve. So thank you so much. And there's a special place in my heart for La Posada, which I actually went out and interviewed teen moms in the 90s to find a place and create a place of affordable housing that's safe in the city of Los Angeles for formerly homeless mothers and their children and elderly women. And so that place still exists today too, with the support of the city of Los Angeles. So I'm very grateful. And I always think about the resilience and the courage of these young women, and they inspire me every day. And last but not least, I'd like to thank my family who's watching online. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for your endless love and unwavering support. You've been the rock through all the highs and lows, and I couldn't have come this far without you. So thank you for this recognition. It's an honor, and I will treasure this moment always. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have some members on the queue. So we'll start with Mr. Lee, followed by Councilwoman Jurado. And who's ever yelling out, please don't do that. This is your first and only warning.
Thank you, Councilman Bloomfield. I just want to say thank you for your continued partnership with New Economics for Women. It's something that we really appreciate every year when you come and help our constituents, but really for everything that you do to help people with financial literacy throughout the city of Los Angeles. This is a well-deserved honor. Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for bringing her in today.
Councilwoman Jurado.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez, for uplifting these women over here. NEW is one of the organizations that is in this district, and I'm so proud to see you all here today. We've been out in the field, we've been talking to constituents together to make sure projects come to bear. And it's not just an organization that serves women outside. You build strong women from the inside of your organization, and that's why we're honoring you today. And your legacy, B, we love you so much in CD14. Thank you for all that you do. And I'm excited to celebrate all of you and the legacy that you're bringing throughout the city for women who started off like me as teen moms. So thank you.
Councilman Padilla.
Thank you to Councilmember Rodriguez for bringing this great presentation of a great organization, an organization that does a lot in my district. You know, and I just want to say, as somebody who came from the nonprofit world, I know how difficult it is to start a nonprofit and also keep it going. You know, it's so much work to just be able to give your own employees a raise, right? Be able to figure out how to fund the work, but also keep a work-life balance, because sometimes in order to just fulfill those deliverables, you just got to get it done regardless of what's going on. So thank you for giving your career to this, because really it takes that. It takes somebody falling in love with the work and staying in the work to really feel the impact over time. And that's exactly what you see with New Economics for Women. So congratulations, Ms. Cervantes. May your entire team have more, continue to have the energy, the passion, and the love for doing the work that you do for many more years to come.
Councilwoman Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President. Ms. Cervantes, well, first, thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez, for bringing this presentation forward. But Ms. Cervantes, thank you so much for your dedication, your decades of dedication to not just one district, but the entire city of LA. We are very lucky in Council District 1 that we benefit greatly from the services provided by your organization in the north and in the south of our district, with housing located in the Westlake, Pico Union, MacArthur Park area. And I've seen the support that y'all give families, give to women, and even give to our small businesses to help them thrive. And so I am eternally grateful for the work that you've done and that your team continues to do throughout the entire city of LA. Thank you so much.
And I'll close it out. I have gotten to see you over the last couple of decades do amazing, amazing things, and I'm inspired and in awe and grateful. And hearing everybody else, I realize the impact all across the city. I mean, I know it from the Valley and from my different lives that I've lived, both with Berman and as an assembly member, but really. The Canoga Park, what you have transformed, all of you have transformed Canoga Park and the community around it. And I mean, we go to you for solutions. New is that partner that we have to really make an impact. And you've always figured out ways to push the envelope and be creative and figure out how to not just help people here, but how to actually give them the foundation to thrive. And that's one of the things I love about New is that you're not just a social service organization. You're a great social service organization, but you really are an organization that builds lives and has that forward strategic thinking. So grateful to you and to all you've done, and appreciative to Councilwoman Rodriguez for bringing you here today so that we could all honor you and fetch you the way that you deserve. So congratulations.
Thank you, colleagues. And I, every time it's like, oh, thank you for bringing her. I said, no, I had to drag her. But I had to drag her here because, again, she's never been one to be in the spotlight and be honored for the contributions and the immense contributions. Again, what started in CD1 has blossomed across this city, and it's felt in every neighborhood. And Maggie, it's incredible work. And you deserve this moment to be celebrated, to be honored for your immense contributions, for considering all the needs of all of our families and showing up for them, and being the example to the leaders that continue in this work. Thank you all so much for the incredible service to our families throughout the city of Los Angeles. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. take the flowers? We'll do it in back.
All right. We have one more presentation. Last presentation, but certainly not least, Mr. Nazarian, if you could lead us in honoring Dr. Fred Pickle.
Thank you, Council President. Thank you, colleagues, for this opportunity. Today, we recognize a public servant that embodies the word with every fiber of his being. He embodied accountability, transparency, and unshakable dedication to the people of Los Angeles in his decades of public service. Dr. Pickle is and was Los Angeles' first ratepayer advocate and executive director of the Office of Public Accountability, an office created after 78% of Angelenos voted to place it in our city charter. He took on the job, building it from ground up and shaping its process, reputation, and reach. Dr. Pickle reviewed billions in LADWP proposals, billions of dollars worth in LADWP proposals, helping to reduce more than $4 billion in ratepayer impacts. $4 billion in ratepayer impacts. He has served as a trusted voice on everything from budgets to compensation studies to the costs of imported water. Always dedicated to the people, he always relied on the data, an emphasis on transparency, and some well-timed puns, always infusing his humility and humanity into his work. Before coming to Los Angeles, Dr. Pickle had already built an extraordinary career testifying in international arbitration, leading groundbreaking energy work with utilities and governments across the US, Canada, Egypt, Hungary, and India, among others. His academic roots trace back to MIT, and his publications have helped define how we think about energy markets today. Not the most sexiest topics, folks, but critical to our day-to-day needs and to the impacts that all our residents and constituents feel when they have to make those payments on a monthly basis. Dr. Pickle leaves behind a shining legacy, an office that stands strong, a city that's more informed, and a utility system that better serves its customers. That's what public service is all about, and I humbly thank Dr. Fred Pickle for all of his work. I would like to now ask him to come up here and say a few words. Thank you.
It's tough to follow dragons, but today I want to thank you for the opportunity to serve the city for over 13 years. The role has been to evaluate things that impact water and power rates and advise and inform all quarters, especially providing unbiased information to the council. The council members cited the savings of over $4 billion on rate impacts. That was largely in the first 5 years of my 13 years of service. It became clearer to me that the challenges of raising rates regularly is an ongoing challenge for all utility services in municipal governments in general. We need to have regular rate reviews, and the system, the water system, has parts that are over 165 years old. So we have to address infrastructure replacement and improvements, as well as ongoing maintenance challenges. And the businesses are changing hugely as well. The world view within utilities 13 years ago was far different than it is today. We were not done getting rid of coal-fired generation 13 years ago. By the end of this year, the city may truly be out of coal-fired electricity generation. So it's been quite a privilege to serve. Thank you very much. I still remain available and local if someone has questions. Thank you.
Wow. Dr. Pickle, thank you for your brilliance, your integrity, and your service. The fact that you are still willing to take calls from us and to help advise us speaks for itself. The people of Los Angeles and this council body here are grateful for everything you've done, and as a token of appreciation for all your hard work, I'm honored to be able to present this on behalf of all of my colleagues and myself, a certificate from the city, a resolution from the city of Los Angeles to honor your work. Thank you very much.
Dr. Pickle, I just want to add, you have been an incredible public servant. I think when you open the dictionary and you look for public servant, your face pops up because you've really you dig in for the public interest. And I remember when we created the position, and you were our first. You never forget your first, and you've made a big difference on the ratepayers, but also giving us a sober look at how the rate structure works, because it's very confusing as a council person to look into the mess of DWP and try to figure it all out. But you were always there during budget hearings, et cetera, to sort of be that sober voice to tell it like it is and help us understand the impacts of various decisions.
Thank you. Council President Emeritus Krikorian said to me once in a confirmation hearing, I don't necessarily agree with what he says, but I want to hear what he has to say. And that was a great compliment.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
Last but not least, I was able to hire the best staff that I've ever been able to hire, and one of those staff members, former staff members, retired now here today, is Camden Collins, the Deputy Director of the office.
Okay. What is now before us?
Mr. President, the
Public
council
comment?
may proceed to public comment.
Great. If you could start us off in that process. We already read the instructions, or we need to do that now? Okay, if you could read the instructions, that would be great.
To people providing public comment, when it is your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you would like to speak to. You will have 1 minute per item, up to 2 minutes total for the 2 items that are open for public on the agenda. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you will get 1 brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you again stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time and we will move on to the next speaker. The items open for public comment on the agenda are items number 1 and item number 2. So again, the items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1 and 2. They are both lien items out of the LADBS. Members of the public may also speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment, members of the public may speak to any of the items or anything else in the city's subject matter jurisdiction. We will tell you when your time is up. I have one more announcement that I'd like the interpreters to make aloud to the room. We have 2 wonderful interpreters who are assisting us with Spanish language speakers today.
Tenemos dos intérpretes que nos están asistiendo con la interpretación al español.
In order to assist them, I would ask that you pause every few sentences if you require a Spanish language interpreter.
Si usted quiere hablar, le pedimos que por favor haga una pausa cuando esté hablando para que los intérpretes puedan traducirle.
Doing so allows the interpreters to interpret and helps us understand the nature of your comments.
Pausar permitirá a los intérpretes hacer su trabajo y a nosotros entender la naturaleza de sus comentarios.
Don't worry, we will hold your time so you will get the same amount of time as everyone else. Thank you.
No se preocupe, vamos a pasar su tiempo de la interpretación de tal manera que va a obtener el mismo tiempo que todos los demás. Gracias.
And the final announcement is we have staffers who will read out the names that have signed up to speak. So please wait until you hear the name. They will be called at random before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers. Thank you.
I will now call names for public comment. Richard Serrano, Brandon Brinson, Ariana Jackson.
Okay, and you do not have to line up in the order in which your name is called. So once you hear your name called, please feel free to line up to speak on the left-hand side of council chambers. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
All items in general public comment.
Okay, so you'll have 1 minute, or sorry, you have 2 minutes for the items. That's 1 and 2. They are LADBS lien items, and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items first. Go ahead.
Well, we're going towards liens again. You're looking for money to create revenue for the city. It also affects the people that those liens are going to be placed on. So building and safety, going out, citing people, creating revenue, as we did back in 2010, unheard of. And 2024, we settled $100 million for LAPD payouts, liabilities. We're scheduled for 2025 to be at $320 million for payouts for liabilities for LAPD. Let's go to general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Everyone, Ms. Hernandez, the unions are all about you right now. Everyone's kind of cheering on the idea that you've been so technical in the words you're asking. If you weren't informed, you are now, because you're asking the best questions out there for this city to go forward in a better direction. The idea, again, we go back to was not being sent, the liabilities of LAPD. Yet Bloomingfield says let's shove 40 officers into classes. You can't get 40, they can't fill it. 33 aren't even graduating. These people are coming to jobs that they don't want to do. They're doing it because there's a job available, benefits, and the only thing out there. That's why you got liabilities. It's not just the body, it's the kind of people you hire. And if you're not getting rid of that cancerous officers like Podesta that's training new officers to do the same thing, you're going to have a bigger liability next year.
Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to? And you can move the microphone if you'd like.
Thank you. I'm doing a general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Hello, council members. My name is Ari, and I'm in CD 13. You wouldn't stand in the sun for hours without sunscreen, and similarly, it's common sense to make sure we are prepared for the worsening effects of extreme heat and the climate crisis. And yet, while we're breaking heat records and our most vulnerable neighbors are suffering, these budget cuts are proposing to eliminate the Climate Emergency Mobilization Office, or CEMO, the very team tasked with keeping Angelino safe. Extreme heat is the deadliest climate risk facing our city. It's not just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Cutting CEMO would mean throwing away a $750,000 state grant to create LA's first heat action and resilience plan. That plan would bring real resources like tree canopy utility bill assistance, and access to cooling spaces to the hottest, most disinvested parts of this city. CMO is our landmark climate action office. It coordinates across departments, brings in frontline voices, and makes sure equity is central to our climate response. Eliminating it would not only be short-sighted, but it would be deadly. Thank you so much for your time.
Next speaker.
Before the next speaker speaks, I'd like to call off more names. Frank Krentzman, Beatrice Stotzer, Asia Allen.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute.
My name is Brandon Brinson, and I operate a licensed cannabis store here in Los Angeles. The cannabis industry in this city is collapsing under the weight of overregulation, overtaxation, and incompetence. Legal businesses are paying 42% in taxes, getting no enforcement support, and now being asked to cover DCR's Department of Cannabis $10 million failure with a 137% fee increase. This is unacceptable. Meanwhile, unlicensed operators thriving without paying 1 single cent. The council must reject any new fee study and salary increases for DCR, adapt the cannabis equity reform and marketing stabilization motion, and pass a moratorium on the new round of equity retail license until there's real accountability and enforcement in the city. Ms. Hutt, you, Andrew West Hall, all y'all know exactly what's going on. You won't take no meeting with us. You the one need to hear the truth. They lying to you in your face every single day.
Speaker, your time has expired.
You purposely.
Next speaker.
I'd like to call more names.
Your time has expired. Speaker, we have to move on to the next speaker. Please do not disrupt this meeting. This is your first and only formal warning. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Good morning. I'd like to speak to general comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I agree with everything my brother just said, but I do want to take a different approach today because I come here speaking about red tape and bureaucracy and everything when it comes to this cannabis situation that we're all in. I am born and raised in Los Angeles. I am your sister. I am your daughter. I am the best friend that you want to support. I was brought into this cannabis industry, promised reparations for what I had been through during the war on drugs. I had investors sign me up shut me out and sign me up when I was supposed to be protected for rent, $25,000 a month. I have been broken into over 6 times in 3 years. I have 24-hour security. And for Jason Killeen to say that it's simple math, we get 40% of taxes, it's not that simple. It's not. We have overhead that is crazy as cannabis owners. It's not that simple. It just isn't. We need help. Please, we are begging you guys.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker. And
I'd like to call more names. Shaheen Kayani, Jared Kello, Edgar Torres, Manny P.
And as we're waiting for the next speaker to come up, if you have additional comments after your time is expired, please keep in mind that you can always provide additional comments in writing at lacouncilcomment.com. That URL is at the very top of every council agenda. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General comment, please.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. I come to you today sunburned because extreme heat is the deadliest climate risk facing our city, and yet this budget proposal aims to cut the very office designed to protect us, the Climate Emergency Mobilization Office, or CEMO. It's a landmark climate action office created by this council to deliver an emergency-level, equity-focused response. Cutting it would not only forfeit a $750,000 state grant for LA's first heat action and resilience plan, it would also unravel the coordinated, community-informed work that keeps Angelenos safe. After losing the grant and cutting CEMO, we'd only be saving a meager $200,000, an amount that I propose be taken from less urgent endeavors. CEMO brings real solutions, planting trees, creating shade, and helping with utility bills and ensuring access to cooling centers in neighborhoods hit hardest by the heat. So the question is, will we treat climate like an emergency or push it aside until it's too late? Please protect CEMO and don't take LA's sunscreen away. Thank you.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Jared Kylo from UCBA talking on general public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Licensed cannabis businesses account for 17% of the entire business tax certificate revenue in Los Angeles. That is 600 companies that generate over $1 billion in sales revenue and collect $120 million in local gross receipts taxes every year. Smoke shops, hemp stores, CBD stores illegally sell cannabis under an LO44 BTRC license with a 1.27% tax. Legal cannabis businesses collect 10% taxes from Angelenos and remit another 1.5% business tax for a total of an 11.5% tax every year. The question is, what services are citizens of Los Angeles getting for the $750 million they have invested in legal cannabis under Measure M? In 2016, we passed this measure. There were 600 illegal cannabis dispensaries. Now in 2025, we have 3,792 illegal cannabis dispensaries in the city of Los Angeles. What are we going to do here? A motion needs to be put forth by the city council to lower gross receipts taxes
Speaker, your
now.
time has expired. Next speaker. Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Howdy. My name is Edgar Torres, and I'm here on behalf of legal cannabis, social equity, and regular licensee holders in the greater county of LA. We've got close to 600 operators in the county that account for close to 17% of total money coming into these offices. We also have close to 4,000 retailers that do not pay taxes, that are not within the legal confines. What we ask of y'all is that with this new set of monies coming in, we look inward and we help funnel the sales that are coming out of the legal system back into it. Because together with that influx, we can then come together and fix everything. Have a system that not only is here to help us succeed, but also police. Also help us collect this revenue. Guys, we're in it together. What can we do? We need change. We demand it. If we do not get it now, this industry is going to crumble. Do you guys want to sit in indifference while this crumbles when everything
Speaker, your
is
time
in
has expired.
your
We have to move on to
reach?
the next speaker.
Thank you.
I'd like to call more names. Bobby M., Candido, Rob J., Mary F., Danny M.
Morning.
Good morning. Which items would you like to speak to?
Item 1 and 2 and public comments, sir.
Okay, so please begin with items 1 and 2. Those are the LADBS lien items. Then you can go to general public comment.
Wonderful. These are the 12 names I've submitted, so I want to make sure that I at least get public comment. Item 1 and 2, liens, the right to keep possession of properties belonging to others. I'm going to tie that in with Mr. Pickle. I was here when he was confirmed. He was an amazing individual who represented the people of this great city. He was truly, because I used to go to all the DW meetings, and he gave management
Can we pause his time
a
really
headache
quick?
because
So, Mr. Candido,
he was
I've
taking
paused your
a lead.
time. Mr. Candido, I have paused your time. Hold on. Then please talk about the liens that are being issued by LADBS. So if you'd like to talk about Dr. Pickle or any of the presentations, you're welcome to do so during general public comment once you move over. But okay, you have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Rodriguez, are you running for mayor or what? That was one hell of a presentation. Whatever the word is for women. They're a great group. I'm a small business owner, owned 11 businesses, and that is a successful nonprofit. So if you aren't running for mayor, I think you've got to start looking at it, young lady, because you're starting to look like a candidate. And again, you know what? I'm getting tired of putting 12 names in just to get a minute of my time. You know, it's ridiculous. When are you guys going to grow up and stop being childish? Because somewhere, all of you are guilty because you know this is taking place and you let it happen. When are you going to bring some integrity back to this council? We look like a bunch of fools. I was watching the Smoking Scan because you guys weren't on Tuesday, and I was embarrassed because, thank you, Smoking Scan, but I had to go there to watch this city council meeting. I don't agree with them, but I had to go there.
Speaker, your time has expired.
I'd like to call the remaining names. Danny M., Joe C., Martin Luther King, Mr. G., and Shan Gupta.
And as we're waiting to see if anybody stands up for those, just as an announcement to the public, we would request please do not sign up under multiple names. Again, we'd ask that you sign up once. That is the request. The names are selected at random. I think, Mr. President, we have one more coming up out of the last batch of names that was read. Good morning.
Closing this out. Good morning. I come here today sunburned in the face because it's unbearably hot in LA, and that's fueled by the climate crisis. That's why downsizing the Office of Petroleum and Natural Gas is a dangerous mistake. This proposal of the budget cuts the only position that monitors pollution from active oil wells, and another position that's also helping phase out urban oil drilling. These cuts would delay or even halt LA's plan to end oil drilling. The Board of Public Works confirmed yesterday that these two roles already generate $300K in penalties, and while I believe pipeline franchise agreements should be phased out, any that should remain or need to remain should at least be charged maximum penalties on the oil and gas industry. The Board of Public Works estimates that could bring in revenue of $2 to $10 million annually to the city. Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for public comment. Public comment is officially closed. What's before us now?
Mr. President, the council may now consider item 1, for which amending motion 1A, Padilla Price, has been introduced, circulated, and posted on the bulletin board.
Okay, let's bring that up. Are there, seeing no speakers on the queue on this item? Going once, twice, okay. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tally the vote.
14 ayes.
Okay, next item.
The council may now consider item 2, for which amending motion 2A has been introduced, which is Harris Dawson, Soto Martinez.
Okay, seeing no speakers on the queue, let's open the roll, close the roll, tally the votes.
14 ayes.
Okay, what's next?
Council has motions for posting and referral.
Okay, without objection, they're posted and referred.
The desk is clear, sir.
Desk is clear. Okay, are there any announcements? Okay, seeing no announcement. Oh, Councilmember Nazarian.
Thank you, Council President. I wanted to take this moment and recognize a very talented individual. After 18 years of dedicated service, Doug Mensman will be leaving and moving on to a new role at the Metro. He served on the staff of Council members Tom LaBonge, Dennis Zine, Paul Krikorian, Mayors Eric Garcetti and Karen Bass, and most recently with me in Council District 2. He is a recognized and respected authority on transportation and infrastructure policy, and Doug was instrumental in the passage of Measure M, which has transformed the opportunities for growth of transportation infrastructure in San Fernando Valley. As you all know, he has played a crucial role in every transportation project undertaken in the San Fernando Valley since 2015, including the introduction of the bike share program in the valley, the electrification of the Orange Line, and the East San Fernando Valley Light Rail project. Projects that I would take my cue when I was in the legislature and hold the artillery for him so that he could get the things done in Los Angeles. So I've had a wonderful opportunity working with Doug, regardless of where I find myself. It's a loss to the city, but it's a gain to all of us because of his new role in the county and helping Los Angeles achieve what it can achieve through the work at the Metro. So, Doug, while you're deeply going to be missed right here in these halls, you're always going to be counted upon for continuing to deliver the way you already have. So thank you very much for your service. Thank you for your 18 years of hard work and for making Los Angeles better than when you found it. Thank you.
Doug, you will be missed for your knowledge, and I hate to see a fellow rider ride off to another place. Any other announcements? No other announcements? Okay. Are there any adjourning motions? There are. So if I could ask everybody in the chambers to rise, and we will start with Mr. McCosker.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Today, colleagues, I ask that we adjourn in the memory of Eleanor Montano, a lifelong member of the Wilmington community. Eleanor passed away just a few days ago, and she would have celebrated her 95th birthday yesterday on May 1st. Eleanor was a gentle, smart, but very fierce advocate for the Wilmington community. Her life was not easy, and she endured many things in her youth, but she always moved forward in life with purpose, and she brought her community along with her every day. She was known for many years as the cake lady in Wilmington, where she baked cakes to earn extra money. She was an extraordinary volunteer, a community activist, and she served on so many boards for so many years. She was a former commissioner with the Los Angeles County Human Relations Commission. She was the chairperson of the Civil Brand Commission for Institutional Inspectors for LA County. She sat on the Board of Rights for the LAPD. She was a proud member of the LAPD Harbor Area Crisis Response Team, and she served on the Harbor Area Planning Commission alongside one of my brothers for some time. She even, as I recall, was very active in Rebuild LA back in the 90s. And just, there was never a cause that was for the uplifting of Wilmington and the harbor area that Eleanor was not involved in. She exemplified the spirit of community involvement. Through her many endeavors, she inspired others. There's a whole generations of especially women, especially Latinas, but many people in our community who were uplifted by her and given an example by Eleanor. She's survived by her children, so many close family and friends who will miss her, and we all say, may she rest in peace.
Thank you. Any other adjourning motions? Seeing no other adjourning motions, go out, serve the city, be creative, make it better. This meeting is adjourned.